My bad, y'all. I had to get my coffee. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
StreamYard, chill out, chill out. At risk of being made fun of for 2 straight hours. I got my dingy white tee on, straight out of work. Straight out of work. I ain't even take a shower yet. I was traveling from Brooklyn to Westchester, Uptown, Dykeman, 55th, back to Brooklyn, and now I'm back in the hub. KNICKS Rehab, bye-bye. What's going on? What's going on? Jump in there. What you think? Oh, here we go. Is it clickbait? Is it clickbait? Is it clickbait? No, it's not clickbait. You see the rumors. You see the rumors. Let's jump right into it because I love this rumor. I love it. I love it. Peace to the chat. Good morning. Hold on. Why do I tried? Come on, man. I told you we're trying to get that weather sponsor. 76 degrees here in the city of New York. The Duchess of York. It was named after. Which was, you know, the Netherlands or Dutch, whichever one you want to go. 76 degrees here in New York City. 89 degrees for the high today. Humidity is 88%, and you feel it. You feel it out there, my New Yorkers. It is hot. Hot. It's hot and it's humid. It's really more humid than it is hot. But later on, it's going to be hot and humid. That's going to suck. But hey, it's what it is. 76 degrees right now. I say take a walk. I took a walk yesterday. I think I walked for like a half hour. I felt better. I might have lost like 2 pounds. Good day, good day. AllBall TV. Drip more. Marty Wren in the building. Marty Wren Jr. Nathaniel Slow. Şengün will be perfecto. Thank you, Nathaniel. Let's get right into it. Whoops. Whoops. Let's talk Knicks. I think that's Charlotte. I think she works for the Post. She has, I don't want to say confirmed, but she has passed along the information from Mark Berman of the New York Post, the Knicks insider, who the entire Knicks team hates, including Tom Thibodeau, you know, Julius Randle, everybody. According to Mark Berman, the Knicks insider, he is claiming that Leon Rose is still cooking, wants to make a big center move after Philly's 2 additions. Heard Houston Şengün has been on the radar, even Detroit's Jalen Duren, and that was before Pistons signed Paul Reed. I don't know. I like it. Niggas get this one, that one, the other one. These titles are killing me. Can't hang. Yes, you can. It's a couple of minutes of the Knicks rumors, Ivory 10. It's a couple of minutes of that. I believe that's your soccer number, you said, and your last name is Ivory. You can definitely hang. There's a question mark on it, by the way. If it's a question mark, then we're going to be talking about the rumor. YouTube hates on us, Ivory. Really, they really do. We have a lot of subscribers saying that. Bye, honey bunny. Go have a good day. Love you. Head on a swivel. Şengün was send us straight to the finals. It would be an adjustment period. It will be an adjustment period. But just to cover that up, just to finish that, Ivory, these are rumors. We're gonna talk about them, give our opinions. The Knicks are looking for a center. Şengün. I like the way he got better from year 1 to year 2, just off the eye test. Off the eye test alone. Excuse me, from year 1 to year 3. 21 years old, most improved award. He finished 3rd there last year. 21 points a game, 9 rebounds a game, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 0.7 blocks. I don't like the 0.7 blocks, but I do like the 2.9 rebounds in somebody else's system. Because if you can get 2.9 rebounds in somebody else's system, 3 offensive rebounds a game in somebody else's system, you know what you're going to do with the big tips. With Tommy 2 Chains. He's also shooting 2 3-pointers a game at a 29% clip. I don't like that, but there is a theory that I do have. Currently, right now, in the NBA, there is a revolution taking place. I think it's 6 straight years now with a new NBA champion. That hasn't been done since the 70s, since the Baltimore Bullets. I don't think we can say that word on YouTube. They flag us for everything, apparently. They were a great team. A young man from Akron, Ohio back then. I gotta look up his name now. I forgot his name, but he was from Akron, Ohio, and it shocked me. Shout out to Dom because he put me on. Dom puts me on. Dom Dropper. Shout out to Dom Dropper. He puts me on to all the old school players. It was a center that was playing alongside Oscar Robertson that he thought was amazing. Was it Gus Johnson? Wow, he died in 1987. He died at 48 years old. Gus Johnson. Who I always confuse for the commentator, who's great. He's really good. He was like the Adonis of back then in the 1970s with those Bullets. They were a rival to the Knicks. That's who Earl the Pearl played for prior to us. But they were a part of the 70s era where we had a different champion for 6 straight seasons like we have right now. The NBA, in my opinion, is trying to head towards that. And part of the way you do that is, hey, no more of this insider trading by the players. They've limited that with the contracts and the apron, the second apron and third apron and the aggregated apron, aggregated salary cap and yada yada yada. I believe once you start changing the rules like they did last season, midway, Big Sherwin in the building. Good morning. I told you, listen, Sherwin is a gentleman. He comes in here and he goes, "Good morning," and then he'll start shooting. Pow! Love Big Sher. He got the old school Knicks logo too. Don't get it twisted. The 1960s Knicks logo. Come on, man. We playing with Big Sher. If you start changing the rules like the NBA did midway through last season, right after the All-Star break, actually, which was past the midway mark, they were trying to limit the guards from getting these and ones and trying to sell the calls, which was what the Philadelphia 76ers were complaining about in the playoffs, because they were saying that, he's Jalen Brunson was foul baiting. But hey, guess what? Joel Embiid is the ultimate foul baiter, but he's a big man, right? So traditionally they allow that. But once you stop the James Hardens and these guards from being allowed to foul bait, now you're pushing the point guards to actually be point guard and have to distribute or figure a different way to manage the game, or get a handle on the game. And hopefully you can hear me, because I froze on my side. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. Oh, I'm back. It's the continuity camera. How dare you? So I think once you start adding in rules like that, you bring back, let's say, hand check is going to come back soon. And another reason why I say this is because, like the 1970s, where it was still the big man's league, right? Even though Kareem didn't have all the competition, by the way, the league was split up in the ABA as well, and a lot of those centers played in the ABA. Artis Gilmore, a lot of these guys, Moses Malone started there, but those guys got washed away because of the rules, right? You got rid of hand checking, got put the zone in place, and all the skilled players made their way to the league. And now, what's the point of having a traditional point guard and all these guards that can master the entry pass? You ever look at Kobe Bryant throw an entry pass to Shaq, where he'll pump fake and he just with ease? Go look back at how Kobe Bryant used to throw an entry pass to Shaq. It was with ease. That is like non-existent in this era, right? Because what do you need to throw an entry pass for if they're not going to post up and it's all drive and kick, and right? So all these rules are put in place for the point guards of today to stop baiting the referees for fouls. And once that happens, they're gonna have to go implement the 10-second rule, a violation, because you're gonna bring stronger point guards in the league. You're gonna get point guards who are gonna have to hold the ball more or pass the ball out, because you're not gonna get that call, and it's gonna make no sense to try to bait the referee when they go, "Yo, we're not giving you that anymore. We're just not." So if their role changes, I think the point guards have to slow up or make another decision, making elongating the offensive possession. So guess what? What position existed when there was longer possessions? The center, right? Once you slow the game down, you need a center, or the center slows the game down naturally. So it just goes hand in hand. Add to that the fact that our last 5 MVPs have been who? Joker, Embiid, Giannis. They're all big men. Add to that, who was the rookie of the year last year? Is he the first rookie to finish in the top 3 defensive player of the year voting and be all on the all defensive team? So you have Wemby coming into the league. Şengün is a guy that the Rockets, surprisingly, they had on the trade block for Kevin Durant. That was thrown out there. I'm shocked by that. If it's true, if you're the Knicks, you're entertaining this 100 million%, because he's just super skilled. He's super skilled and he's big. Let's piggyback even more on that point. Zach Edey, if he has another game like he did the other day and he looks that comfortable, and then we see a month or two into the NBA season that Zach Edey is still that comfortable, the NBA is going to start to go in that direction, because one of these big men are going to be so dominant that other teams are going to have to draft and look for big men to go guard them. Shaq was the epitome of that, and he was just an exaggerated version of that, right? We always speak to the fact that Shaq slowed down the NBA's plan of bringing these skilled players into the league, because you still had to have 2 or 3 centers and 2 or 3 big men in the league to offer up 6 fouls just to slow Shaq down. Once he left, you saw the influx of every other skilled player, because all those center positions in the NBA throughout the NBA teams, they're now gone, and you have the drive and kick guys. You look for 3-and-D guys, even though there aren't too many 3-and-D guys. Like they are all fake 3-and-D guys, but there's more roster spots available when there's no more Shaq, who is just so invincible that we're gonna have to foul you, and we want to use 18 fouls on you with 2 or 3 guys in the game. Well, that it was the same thing for every other big man in the 90s, right? Because if you have Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Rick Smits, even the Kembe Mutombo, let's say, you rather foul him than let him get into a rhythm or get a dunk, because he's the Kembe Mutombo. You gotta make it hard as possible for him to get to shoot, and he wasn't a great free throw shooter. But the point is, I believe you have to go all in on Şengün, because if you're reading the crystal ball, the writing on the wall, it looks like the NBA is going back to a traditional center. And if they're going back to a traditional center, we already have our point guard. We might need another point guard. And we have the kid that we drafted, Tycho. But I believe Şengün fits that 1,000,000%.
Ball suckers. Good morning.
NAI.
Yeah, man, low delay, but we in the building. What's going on? Hopefully everybody doing great. What's good, my brother?
Well, I'm just going over the rumor that Şengün, Alperen Şengün, is apparently has been made available by the Houston Rockets. It was first reported that the Rockets were trying to trade for Kevin Durant and were looking to include Şengün. Then now it's rumored that the Knicks are going after him. So I was, just to go over my overall point from a couple of minutes ago, I think the league is trending back to what it was before, because they don't want the insider trading between the players, the player empowerment. So once you get rid of that, you're going to take it back to the old school. Because like last season, remember they started implementing a rule where you can't do the foul baiting stuff, and it happened to Jalen Brunson. A lot of bettors noticed it first. Shout out to Bill Simmons. A lot of people, a lot of gamblers, they noticed, like, yo, they're not even calling fouls like that anymore. So they had to adjust the way that they gambled. So if the league is gonna keep calling, remember a couple of years ago, they were really targeting James Harden and his and ones. There was a bet that I made. James Harden was having an awful first start when he was on the Brooklyn Nets, and they didn't give him any free throws. He averaged like 3 free throws a game for like 8 straight games, and all of a sudden he played the Orlando Magic in a game that nobody's gonna watch, and they gave him like 20 free throws. And this shout out to Protein P. He's the one who told me, yo, watch out for this game, because the people don't watch games like this, and they can get away with giving Harden 20 free throws, and it happened. So I say that to say they've been targeting these kind of players because they're already getting older. Steph Curry, James Harden, all that foul baiting, you're out of here. And now our last couple of MVPs, who they've been? Joker, Giannis, Embiid, all big men. Zach Edey, if he looks like anything, if he continues to look like what he looked like in that game 1, oh my God. Wemby, Rookie of the Year, big man. So it looks like the league is trending that way, and I believe that's a big reason why we should go after Şengün if they're changing the rules up, AllBall. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I mean, just to respond to the foul baiting thing with guys like Brunson and stuff like that, I'm just being honest. That comes from players not learning how to play defense. Listen, whether I foul bait or not, if it's a foul, it's a foul. So, I have no problem with foul baiting if it's a foul. And I have a problem with it if it's not a foul. But if it's a foul, you got to call it. So for me, the league needs to get into guys learning how to play defense and wanting to play defense, because the game is just literally all offense and just literally all entertainment. So to me, that's what the game needs to go back to. More guys taking pride in playing defense. Now, as far as Şengün, how tall is Şengün?
I think 7'1". He is.
Come on, man. We need a guy like that.
He's 6'11".
Right. I knew he was 7'1". Go ahead.
Yeah. 6'11". averages 9 rebounds a game, 5 assists last year, 21 points per game. His averages went from rookie year 9.6, second year 14.8, which is basically 15, and then to 21 points a game. And you know how I feel. If you're getting better, man, more efficient for first season 47%. Then he went to 55% and 53% last year. I don't like his 3-point rating, shooting 29%, 30% from the line, and from the free throw line he shoots 70 for his career. So he's a decent free throw shooter. That's a sign of he can shoot and you're shooting stroke. I don't know if you saw Ray Allen when he sat down with JJ Redick. He said when he was in a slump, he wouldn't shoot 3-pointers. When he was in a 3-point slump, he would go to the free throw line and shoot free throws.
Right. Yeah, get your rhythm back. Yeah.
JJ Redick said the same thing. Get your shooting form back and then the rhythm, like you said, basketball is all rhythm. So also with that point, yeah, if it's a foul, it's a foul. But back in the day, there's a reason why Jordan got clobbered like that, and they changed the rules for the wing players, because when you came to the paint, that was the big man's. They were giving the big man those rules. You know what I mean? So if they're going back to that, I want my big man. We need a skilled big man.
Okay, right. But to me, that's the moral of the story. To me, that's the whole thing. We need a skilled big man, and that's no knock on our guy, Mitch. But what you just said, going back even with the Jordan days, Mike was. I never really seen Mike baiting foul calls. Now, of course, the refs, looked out for him because of who he was, but I didn't see him bait like maybe a Brunson or James Harden. So for me, like I said, whether you bait or not, if it's a foul, it's a foul. And to me, that goes along with guys in the league who I blame Adam Silver for. I'm not a big fan of him. They literally made it where there's no defense at all. So just think about how many guys in the NBA don't know how to play defense. Remember, they leave in college one year, or they're not even going to college. And college is kind of where you learn to play defense. In high school when you're young, unless you're a Ron Artest type guy where that's embedded in you, guys are not learning how to play defense until they probably get to the college stage. So a lot of these guys not going to college, where they learning to play defense at. So that's why nowadays in the league, you ain't got no great defenders. Why do you think Drew Holiday is so regarded? So, for me,
great point.
So for me, guys like Brunson and James Harden, remember, my motto, they found a loophole. Listen, when you find a loophole and it's legal and it's legit, you can be mad all you want. It's almost like being a boxer. Yeah, I'm boring, but if my opponent is going to keep going for the jab all night, I'm a jab all night. So for me, guys got to learn how to play defense. Now getting back to Şengün, this is
wait. I'm sorry. I want to piggyback off what you said.
No problem.
Just to complete my agenda.
No problem.
That's where you're gonna start to see in college. I don't watch college, but I know for a fact they start running plays towards the system that is in the NBA. So a dude like John Beilein, who's to me one of the most underrated college coaches ever, and Fleek could speak to that in a second. John Beilein's one of the most underrated coaches ever. He won every single division, but he had to change his whole style. Shout out to this guy Alex Hoops. He broke down how he changed the way he had to defend because of the zone defense, and how he had his players guard differently. So in college, if what I'm saying is correct and the rules are changing and the big man's coming back, that means the traditional point guards coming back as well. You'll see it in college first. Thanks for bringing that up, Hold on. Let me.
We live. Big Flea. Never the little one.
Fellas, good morning.
Flea, what's good, baby?
What up, y'all? Fabian, good morning.
Good. Here we go. Ralph crammed in Norton. Let's go, baby.
I've been doing pretty well with my
Hey, Flea, he still ain't say good morning, just to let you know.
I did say good morning.
Two.
Crazy.
It's crazy. It's insane. It's insane.
It might be the aviator shades. I'm being honest. Those are a new pair.
Yeah.
Things glistening, man. What's
those are about $11.
They were actually $50. Watch them out.
Y'all do. What's good?
Add a zero to that, baby.
Okay.
Balling. Listen, man, we got to check the records, man. What you doing over
Talk
there?
to me nice.
Me and Flea ain't got no new shades. What's up?
I ain't got no new shades.
We got to send our lawyers over there. What?
No, not yet. They're about 10 years old, but you know, come on, let me defend myself real quick. Let me plead the fifth.
Right. I know you ain't Suge Knighting us over here. Everything
So,
good, hey, what's going on?
Suge Fabian is crazy.
Hey, Flea, he said, y'all want some shades? Don't worry about it. I'll get them for y'all.
I'll get them for y'all.
It's in the mail.
Oh, man. But,
Big Flea, we're talking about Alperen Şengün. And Sherwin is flaming us this morning. I love it. Alperen Şengün is rumored to come to the the Knicks are rumored to be going after him. Remember, the Rockets were rumored to be trading Alperen Şengün for Kevin Durant and some Kevin Durant trades. My conspiracy theory is that they're changing the rules up, bringing the big man back. The last couple of MVPs have been big men. The rookie of the year last year was a big man. Zach Edey, if he keeps looking like this, is a big man. And AllBall made a genius point. It starts in college first. Once we start seeing it there, then everything will start changing. That's when we know it's official. And AllBall doesn't care for the foul baiting. If you either you foul or you didn't. So Flea, what do you think about Alperen Şengün coming to the Knicks? Because Sherwin thinks that we are out of our minds, that he plays no defense, and Tip's system is based on defense and an offensive star where you don't have to be special.
Well, I think when a guy like that, as skilled as he is, right, when Houston plays through him, he's liable to go get you 20, 20, and 10, right? He's that type of player. But I think Sherwin is right on this right now. There's a reason he's available. There's a reason why Udoka, who is a defensive-minded coach, doesn't want him anymore. There's a reason for that. He is very, very suspect on defense. Now, this is a guy that I got an opportunity to watch all season long being down here in Houston. Most of the games I watched him play. He is excellent, great offensively skilled guy, but he gets punished. He gets punished on a defensive end. So if we're still going to continue to build like we building, getting guys in here that play Knick basketball, rebound, defend, block shots, rim protect, run the floor, be able to be smart basketball players, pass a little bit. Şengün has a little bit of that, but the biggest thing he doesn't have is playing defense. And I don't think you want to bring him in and have to like fix that learning curve for where we're at right now. That position is too vital for us to take a gamble on him and see what happens. I think, we got guys in here that already know what we're expecting. We bring a guy in like Durant. That's his skill set is what I think matches a little more to what we do. So I would pass on Şengün. I wouldn't I wouldn't throw the house at him just to get that dude because he's still big. I'm cool. He doesn't do what our bread and butter is. We can't hear you, Fabian.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm sorry. To Cheesy Soul Cakes. Boy, that's a crazy name.
Soul Cakes is crazy.
From 41. All the rumors never come through with Leon. He's a ninja. No one saw OG trade coming. No one saw Bridges trade. No one knows our next move. Well, we did see them. Remember, OG went to CAA last March or June. But to your point, that's what I was saying about all these rumors. Like, remember, all of a sudden, Walker Kessler, those headlines are gone. I think Walker Kessler, a CAA client.
So, can I ask y'all a question? I want to ask Flea a question. So, we talk about Mitch and how great he is defensively, rebounding, excellent. But we know, he can barely stay healthy. Would you trade Şengün for Mitchell Robinson?
I was high on Şengün until Sherwin and then Flea doubled down on that point. They don't like his defense, man. And I don't want to lose our defense. I don't want to lose our identity and have to revamp our identity for Şengün, who's learning the NBA game.
Okay, but all right, but let me just say this: we have 3, 4 defensive guys on the court, and I'm just asking, because we complain about Mitch not being able to stay healthy and stay on the floor. So at least with Sengun, okay, we might not get great defense, but we definitely gonna get a guy that offensively you gotta respect. So we literally gonna be out there with 4 to 5 guys that can get us a bucket and stay healthy and stay on the floor. So I'm just saying, for me, it depends on what we got to give up for Sengun. But I'm at a point now where it's like, listen, man, I please say something a lot that I really, starting to understand. You got to try to upgrade every year. Is Sengun an upgrade from Mitchell Robinson? I don't know, but I'm just saying we have an opportunity to get guys like this. They're young, and once again, if they can stay healthy and stay on the court, like I said, man, this guy's a bucket. And in the NBA, you need guys that can get you a bucket. You definitely need defense. But if we got OG, we got Bridges, like I said, we need Randall to step up and play some defense. If he's going to make up a little bit, if we get rid of Mitch. So just Flea, your opinion, would you trade Mitch for Sengun straight up?
I'm not hanging up the phone. Like, we can have a discussion, but like, I know what impresses you about Sengun, and I think that's what we missing, right? Like, can we get Sengun to do everything that Hartenstein did? I think being put in the position, you probably could. We drinking the Mitchell Robinson Kool-Aid a little much over the last couple of years. We've been getting drunk off of it, really, like, because it's do we get out of the Philly series without Mitchell coming back and really, putting a defensive stamp on that series, or are we disappointed in Mitch because he can't stay healthy throughout the regular season? He can't so there's just so many questions up in the air. So I'm not hanging up OG, but it's not a quick yes. So I'm gonna probably lean to no.
Okay, I respect that, but real quick before you go, Fabian, I'm reading the comments, and these are the things that I've been talking about as a Knicks fan. We fall in love with our guys, and we fall in love a little bit too much. I'm not saying you did it, Flea, or nobody else, but when you look at the comments and people saying hell no and this and that, and Mitch is a top 6 center. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. You cannot be a top 6 center and you're not averaging double-digit points. I'm sorry. As great as he is defensively, down the stretch, and he's a horrific free throw shooter. So I'm just saying we got to figure out what we really want. We cannot have guys that we can get, and we don't take those chances because we fall in love with our guys. Like I said, he's injury prone. I love Mitch. I don't want to get rid of him. Like I said, if we could keep everybody and add guys like this, where we give up picks and maybe some experiment costs, just other things, but eventually we're gonna have to figure out what we want to do. And for me, you got these guys, man, that if we could get them, listen, man, I would really think about it. Like you said, Flea, I agree. I'm not saying yes or no, but I'm definitely not saying hell no.
To Mitch's, real quick, Fabian, to Mitch's credit, he was having like a career year before he got hurt last, whatever that was, Thanksgiving, Christmas time. He was having a career type year. Like, we were really encouraged with how Mitch came back in shape. You already know he's active. He looked way more active at the beginning of the last season. Like, it was disappointing for him to get hurt because we saw how good he was going to be last season. So I'm sure that's what people are leaning on, at the fact that the last time we saw him at tip-top shape, he was one of the better centers in the league, but top 6 is a bit much. It's a bit much.
Anytime you see that color comment, we gotta show love. Isaiah Jackson super chat. I don't care if Mitch plays 12 games, as long as he is 100% for the playoffs. If he plays 80 games and is injured in these playoffs, I'd be more upset.
Mitchell Robinson is not Kawhi, the boogeyman Leonard. Let's calm down. He's not Kawhi Leonard.
You don't think he is that though? Like for Embiid?
No.
for the Cavaliers. Like there's teams that we have. There's teams. I'm just gonna. I'll mute you, Flea, when you because the. Oh, it's not even you then. That's ball. There's teams that I think Mitchell Robinson is not just a threat. He is the boogeyman for them. He single-handedly destroyed the Cleveland Cavaliers in that series. That's the reason why we won.
I remember.
And with against Philadelphia, come on. And I don't care if Embiid is healthy. He's looking at Mitch like, damn, he can stay in front of me. That's two teams, and not just two regular teams, two top playoff teams.
But hold on, see, but this is where we get carried away. This is exactly what I'm saying. Embiid was not healthy. Mitch did a great job, and Mitch wasn't healthy. So let's be realistic. Fully healthy Embiid, fully healthy Mitch. We do still win that series, but it's a totally different ball game. So let's not act like,
50
right.
with Bell's palsy.
Right. Let's not act like Mitch shut down a fully healthy Embiid. We got to be careful with our guys, man. Like I told you, this is why the Knicks, this is why sometimes, we can't get over the hump. But now we got, the guys in the front office who's going to make the OG trades and the Mikal Bridges trades. But now we at a point where we so in love with our guys that our heads is in space. You got guys saying Mitch is top 6 center, saying you would like, so who would you get rid of him for? Like I said, I go with what Flea been saying a while. Guys can't stay healthy. How many years we gonna keep going where guys can't stay healthy in the playoffs? And like I said, Mitch can't get you a bucket. Hartenstein can't get you a bucket. In Indiana, Game 7, our guys was injured. They was tired. Brunson went down. We couldn't get a bucket. Now just imagine a guy like Şengün. Bucket. So for me, miss me with, like I keep saying, ain't no dominant big men. So I'm not worrying about as long as our big man is making the effort, I'm fine with that. We got enough defenders. All these champions from Golden State to even Boston, where was the dominant big man? They play great team defense. So where's the great dominant big man? I bet if Şengün go to Boston, they're championship contender. Ain't nobody worrying about his defense. If Şengün right now go to Golden State, oh my God, it's an upgrade. They ain't gonna say nothing about defense. So for us, we need to start worrying about certain things. We got OG Mikal Bridges. Randall, you 6'9", 6'10", strong as a bull. Step your defense up.
That's not a bad way to look at it. I can't argue with looking at it like that. So
I'm not gonna keep making excuses to not get good players or not upgrade the roster, as you would say. And for me, how long are we gonna have the same players not being able to play when we need them?
Yeah, hold on. Let me address a few people in the comments, not personally, just as a collective. Mitchell Robinson is more Ruben Patterson than whoever y'all think he is, Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, he ain't no Embiid stopper. Y'all think he's a Kobe stopper? Like, let's calm down a second. Let's calm down for a second. Let's relax. He is not somebody that's... Embiid had 50 with Bell's palsy and a broken knee. Like, let's stop acting like he was running around there with 2 good wheels and his head was on straight. He was all over the place and still destroyed us when he wanted to. Let's calm down. Calm down, y'all, please. Go ahead, Fabian.
Fabian, how many people, when we made the trade for OG, said that was the worst trade and it was a mistake? Because everybody was so in love with Quickly and RJ Barrett. Until this day, people were still, should we get Quickly back? Listen, so to me, that's the problem with us diehard Knicks fans. We don't never want to see the future. Listen, man, the game is changing. And if you don't have these skilled big men that can put the ball in the bucket, that's going to be a problem. Once again, I'm gonna let you go, Fabian. Look at the Boston Celtics. Al Horford. He's not a great defender. He's not 7 foot. Yes, he's a vet and he's smart. He played solid defense on in B2 a couple years ago, or if it was last season, whenever it was. My point is, if you can't stretch the floor, if you can't get a guy the ball to put the ball in the bucket, then he can't even be on the floor sometimes in the game. And then our guys getting hurt, injured. We can't dump the ball to Mitch and say, go get us a double-double.
Well, I'm on a total opposite end of you guys. I'm with the chat with this one. I don't know what y'all talking about. Mitchell Robinson he wasn't there when we played Atlanta, and Julius Randle was out there by himself. That was really the face of Tom Thibodeau's style of play, and especially defensively. He was playing amazing. He was leading the league by like 30 offensive rebounds by the time November, December came around. I understand the injuries. I get all that, but he embodies Tibbs' system. Şengün, from what you just told me right now, he doesn't even play defense. So it's not about being in love with the player. It's about being in love with, this fits. Just like with OG, once we seen him play, I didn't know who the hell OG Anunoby was, to be honest with you. I didn't know how he played like this. I saw second, he was a second all NBA defender, but maybe Toronto Raptor fans would have told you otherwise, but I didn't hear anybody talking about him like he was this guy. So Mitchell Robinson, he is that. And that 50 ball he put on us, Mitchell Robinson was out, if I'm not mistaken, that game too. He wasn't in that game. And this is Embiid's stats versus Mitchell Robinson for his career. He's averaging 27 and 11 against Mitchell Robinson, 3 assists in 9 games against Mitchell Robinson for his career. But we got games here, 47% from the field, 53%, 54% basically, 36%, 36%, 50%, 28%, 38%, 46%, 54%. So for his career average field goal percentage is 44, basically 45% against Mitchell Robinson when he's out there against them. That is amazing. No, you don't have to be stopping him for real. And I understand the Ruben Patterson comparison, because that's hilarious. The Ruben Patterson Kobe stopping thing was hilarious because Kobe was killing the Portland Trail Blazers. This is not killing the Knicks. If Mitchell Robinson is out there, he changes everything. He changes everything about what the Philadelphia 76ers can do to us, the Cleveland Cavaliers can do to us, and possibly the Boston Celtics.
So be available. So y'all love Mitch so fucking much. Be available. We got 4 years of evidence on why we can't rely on him when it's really time to get down and dirty. Like, all right, it's enough now. I was trying to figure out how long it was going to take before the reverse cowgirling started in this episode, but okay, it's starting right now. Everybody calm down. We're not about to sit here and just say, okay, Mitchell Robinson is untouchable now. Okay, so let me ask a question. That's what we're saying right now? In the position we're in right now, Mitchell Robinson is untouchable. We can't move him for anybody. That's what we're saying?
Yep, that's basically what they're saying.
No, we're not doing that.
No, that's what y'all are saying. No, that's what y'all are saying. I haven't heard. We were exploring the Şengün trade, and you backed me out of it. I said, all right, I don't want to do that. So, and you agreed. You're the one who agreed. He's like, I don't want Şengün. So, but if there is a trade available that does make us better or maintain what we have and can provide what Mitchell Robinson brings, which is what establish what we have already, yeah, you go do that. Is it Jalen Duren? Is it signing Precious Achiuwa and go get in Şengün? Like we can strategize this, but to act like Mitchell Robinson is just he's injured, forget about him. No, he also presents trade value. Obviously, you can go get somebody for Mitchell Robinson.
How good of a package you think you're gonna get from Mitchell Robinson right now? He's on a pretty decent deal, but honestly, yo, how good of a deal? How is some other team looking at Mitchell Robinson right now? Forget us. How do they value Mitchell Robinson right now? If you're Pat Riley, if you're Tim Connolly in Denver and need a backup for Joker, how is he valued right now in the NBA? Question for you, Fabian.
Well, we haven't gotten the reports back for that, right? Because he was definitely available. They were trying to trade him out there. Leon Rose knows what his value is out there. So that's what you do this for also. Hey, let me see what we can go. Let me go fishing real quick. What's going to happen over here? So we haven't figured that out yet. I know for a fact that when we're trying to trade for Donovan Mitchell, they threw in Mitchell Robinson, Danny Ainge tried to throw him in the mix. And that's when I was like, nah, you're bugging. Now you're going crazy. And Leon Rose felt that way as well, along with the draft picks and everything like that. But that's how much they feel about him. So yeah, he's wanted out here. He's valuable out here. He's an NBA. He's dominant. He was dominating. So for you to make it seem like he's just reverse cowgirl for no reason. No, we love what we saw. We never got to see him and OG for a month straight. We still have yet to see that, and we know that's what we're looking forward to. He is a valuable weapon to have against any team, for a good amount of teams out there, especially if you're talking about going against the Western Conference. Lively is out there now. Joker's out there. Come on, man. And we're just talking about if the big man league is coming, Mitchell Robinson will be a good weapon to have.
But I would like to go ahead. I'm sorry.
I totally disagree. He's not dominant. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I said, great big man, great to have on the squad. But he's borderline starter. Like, I'm not listen, man. I like Mitch. I want to keep Mitch, but I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Mitch is the missing piece to a championship contending team. I'm not doing that. He can't stay healthy. Offensively, he's, like I said, he's nothing offensively. Literally terrible at the free throw line. Like, come on, man. Like, we got to start being realistic. It's the same thing. Like I said, I've heard guys say, I wouldn't trade Julius Randle for Giannis. Why? Because he's a Knick? Nah, man. At the end of the day, I don't want to get rid of Mitchell Robinson. But if we can upgrade, I'm up. I'm making the move. And I disagree. I don't think there's a lot of people out there that want Mitchell Robinson. I think all that's game. Ain't nobody going crazy over Mitch. That's a lie. That's a lie. Now a team would like him. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
No, so let me ask y'all this. Are we fully healthy with our team, how it's currently constructed? Are we a championship team?
No.
I think so. Fully healthy, though. I'm talking about everybody has to be fully healthy, play all season, and play to their potential. I think so.
That's not going to happen. Like, we got to account for injuries. At this point, you know that during some point of the season, Mitchell Robinson is going to take time off. He's going to have to. Like, we have no backup center right now. Nobody trusts Jericho Sims. We didn't re-sign Precious yet. Like, we have a hole right now at that position. Like, Hart left. We don't have Hartenstein, right? And so there presents a hole. I am not sitting here trying to kick Mitch in the back. I'm just calling a spade a spade. We've watched for the last 4 seasons him be really good for us and him be not present when we really need him. So that's all I'm saying. I love him when he's out there. I think all of us do. I think we all agree when he's healthy, rocking and rolling, we're good. But there has to be insurance for him. What evidence do we have that he can play 75 games? None.
Well, he has played 70 games before, twice. But
when was the last time it happened?
Let's say 3 years ago. But that wasn't
okay.
The
so
that you kind of dodged the question. If
we're
fully healthy, let's say
we're question. No, I said no.
So in the playoff, we're going to the playoffs, and it's March, and everybody's fully healthy. Everybody's available. Mitchell Robinson
currently constructed with no backup big, and we're going to ask Mitch to play 35 minutes. What are you guys talking about?
You don't have to play 35 minutes. And again, that's on Tibbs. But I'm talking about this exactly with this roster. If Tibbs works his magic, hey, I don't see how we can't compete with anybody out there. Mitchell Robinson is a problem. To say he's not dominant, that's the reason why we even like him like this. I would be all the way on your side if he wasn't dominant. He's flat out dominant defensively and on the offensive rebounding. That's what they want on this team. You lose him, who's going to replace the offensive rebounder like that? This is a consistent offensive rebounder. We're talking about like the best offensive rebounder in the game. Charles Barkley, the Knicks hater himself, said, "Yo, he's baby Moses Malone out there." That's nothing to sneeze at, man. Especially when the Knicks have a style that's old school. This is their style of play, and I like when we get players that add to our style of play, not go against it. Which again is what your point was with Şengün. Nah, that goes against Tibbs' whole philosophy.
And there lies a problem. That philosophy ain't get us no championship. That philosophy ain't get us to the conference finals. Where did that philosophy get us? I'm not saying nothing's wrong with his philosophy. Why did I say philosophy so many times? Lord have mercy. But it's like, yo, man, you got to tweak some things Tibbs' style of play is great, but maybe you mix it up with something. Listen, man, the way the game is today, we got our 3-and-D guy. We got our 2-and-D guy. What else we missing? A big man that can stretch the floor, that can go get you a bucket, that you could dump the ball in at the post, and when he gets doubled or triple teamed, he can kick it out for open shots. We need players that can make the game easy for us. I know you got to read that super chat.
Oh, Big T Lou, the real T Lou. Trade Mitch for Şengün. Take Sims to the good and get him right so he can be an enforcer. Best ability is availability. Bring back Precious. Salute to the family. Hey, T Lou, first of all, appreciate you. AllBall TV family member, and he did a super chat. This guy's amazing, T Lou. I was calling him Lou Skywalker, but we got another Lou Skywalker who spells his name dope. T Lou, I say the best ability is reliability, because that available business, you could be available and be Kawhi and go and at halftime you dip and put your jeans on. So you could be available, but what are you gonna be doing while being available? The best availability.
If you put your jeans on and are not in uniform, how are you available? All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Why?
Go ahead.
But
what you say, Ralph Camden?
I'm reading.
Yes.
What is it? Cheesy Soul Cakes. He like it got us to the number 2 seed. Once again, great. 50 games, great. But we still lost in the second round. Like, see, and this is my thing. All I'm saying is with Tibbs, his style of play. Right. But Fleet, I'm just saying Tibbs' style of play, like, we got to be careful with that. Now we only gonna bring in players that only plays his style of play. So if a Giannis, a Kevin Durant, or a Joker, if they don't play Tibbs' style of play, we're not gonna take them.
I don't say that.
No. I don't say that. I know I'm exaggerating, but that's what people that's where the conversation goes weird for me. That's his style of play.
Yeah, but that's
you gotta adjust.
But now if we have play, look at what again Kevin Durant and Golden State was beefing because he did not want to go and concede his style of play. That was a major reason why they used to argue. Yo, this ain't no one-on-one game. Pass the ball. I get that. But is it? Would you? So you would do the Kevin Durant trade? We get 2 championships and then we just kick him out of here?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yes. What are you serious?
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Back-to-back championships for a city that's been devoid for 50 years. What are we talking about?
This thing is to win championships. This is not to get the number 2 seed. It's not to win 50 games. It's not to fall in love with our players to where we just sound delusional at times. It's to win a championship and hopefully multiple championships. And I'm just saying, I have no problem with Tibbs' style of play, but sometimes you got to mix it up a little bit. We cannot just keep getting players for your style of play if it's not winning us championships.
All right, so that was a bad example. Awful example that I used. How about Dame Lillard to the Bucks? That didn't fit their style of play. That did not fit Budenholzer and these other guys' style of play. It didn't fit Giannis' style of play, apparently. So to me, so much so that Doc Rivers spoke on it. Yo, Giannis, he takes the ball, goes, runs in transition, and it takes away from Dame Lillard's time to run in transition and bring the ball up and do what he does and does his pull-up jump shots and get into his rhythm. So yeah, getting the player with the wrong style of play, who's a legend. Dame Lillard is a legend. Dame Time is legendary, but that doesn't mean that he fits any system.
Right, I totally 100% agree. But let's be fair. Giannis was injured. Let's be fair, and I agree everything you say. I'm not 100% correct. That didn't work. Milwaukee lost in that trade. I agree, but let's be fair. Dame Lillard was going through some personal things. Giannis was hurt. Chris Middleton, and then they get the ultimate bad luck coin, Doc Rivers. But I totally agree with you. All I'm saying is I do not want to hear we don't want to get this good or great player because they don't fit Tom Thibodeau's system. Some players, you have to make it work. Of course, I'm exaggerating. I'm saying if Kevin Durant goes, I want to go to New York, are we going to say no because he doesn't fit Tibbs' system? Is that where we at as New York Knicks fans?
No, because that's what I'm saying. The Dame one is a better example because Kevin Durant, I think he's dangerous. Now he doesn't have to be try to be a rim protector. He doesn't have to try to be your best defender. He's attempting to be the anchor of their defense in Phoenix while being one of their primary options. He can't do it. He's never done that. But when he's in Golden State and you got 4 or 5 other guys being up, now when I'm coming around out of nowhere on the weak side, I could block shots, I could rim protect, I can deflect shots, I can disrupt everybody's offense. If you have Kevin Durant straight up for Julius Randle, we talked about it in the springtime. That has to be like, damn, that's Kevin Durant, bro. And he adds to the defense at 40 years old. He just does. He's 7 feet tall. You saw how he was standing next to Embiid. He's 7 feet. He ain't no damn 6'10". Kevin Durant 7 feet tall. He bobbles a lot of shots, and I think he does fit the system. I think it's easier for him to fit the system. Dame Lillard to the Bucks, that's different because he doesn't play defense. He's not a good defender, and he's older, and it's harder for him to adjust to somebody else's system when it's not Dame style. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the obvious one, though.
Indiana does not beat Milwaukee with Giannis did. Like, let's all be fair. I understand what you're saying. I'm a Dame guy, but I'm not trying to, back him up. He was terrible. That trade didn't work thus far. All I'm saying is, us as Knicks fans, and I've said this on numerous occasions, we have to be careful. All I keep hearing is this person is not a tips guy. He don't fit tip system. I would never trade this person, that person. We have to be careful. We are trying to win a championship. Y'all heard me how many times I say, well, I want everybody to come. Remember, I never said I want to trade nobody right now. These are rumors. But what have I always said? I want everybody to come back fully healthy. I think we owe it to the whole Knicks team for everybody to play this season and see what happens. All I'm saying is that we have an opportunity to strike when the iron is hot and upgrade. Big shout to my brother Flea. We upgrade. I don't want to hear nah. If you have an opportunity to upgrade, you take that chance.
But sometimes the upgrade is not making a move. Not trading Klay Thompson for Kevin Love.
Great point.
Real quick. And then we go to Flea. Isaiah Jackson. Part of the Jackson 5 who saved me yesterday. Isaiah Jackson, you don't know how much you saved me. Flea called. He said, great transition. I'm not trading Mitch for a Band-Aid trade, which speaks to the desperation and why we shouldn't make that. But we got to also speak to the fact that we all fully trust. I could speak for everybody with this. We all trust Leon Rose now. If he makes that trade for Sengun or whoever, we're all like, got to be something they know that we don't know. That like we that's how much confidence we have in. He's earned that much of our confidence. Do whatever you want now. You can trade the whole team, and we'll be like, I don't know what's going on, but we trust you, Leon. That's how much confidence we have in him. So I don't think he would just do a Band-Aid trade. I think they're really working behind the scenes, obviously, on making things happen. And I really believe this is all smoke and mirrors, and they're going after Walker Kessler. I think that's what it is. They're showing Danny Ainge, bro, this ain't the old Knicks. This ain't when you were in Boston, that ain't us no more. You can't just fleece the New Yorkers no more. Not happening. So we're gonna put all this stuff out there in the media, and we want this guy. Remember, he's my guy. That's CAA. He's La Cosa Rosa. Get it right, Danny Ainge. Scammy Ainge.
Scammy Ainge is crazy. Scammy Ainge is crazy.
Scammy Ainge is super crazy.
Scammy Ainge is crazy.
Real quick, AllBall brought up a great point. I hope I'm presenting it. I'm transitioning into it greatly. What are our realistic expectations for next season?
Flea, go ahead. You can go first, Flea.
Okay. I expect the Eastern Conference to be better. So going into this, I don't expect us to be a 2 seed, right? But I do expect us to be a top 4 seed. I do expect us to be one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. I expect Brunson, Randall to, develop the chemistry that they need to take us to another level. I think we're gonna be great. I think the biggest adjustment, the person who has just the slight bit pressure on them is Tom Thibodeau to just figure this thing out, right? Like, he did a masterful job last season of figuring it out. And we as Knicks fans, it's do it again, right? Do it again. Okay, last year was cool. It was something to be happy about as lifelong Knicks fans, but let's do it again. So, you know, I fully expect us to repeat as a 50-win team. Top 4 seed. I can't pinpoint exactly where because I'm going to be fair to the rest of the conference. But when we locked in on defense, I don't think anybody can rock with us.
Oh boy.
So for me, this may be a bit much, but this is my realistic expectation for my Knicks. I agree, top 4 seed. I still want 50+ games, because I think, you know, fully healthy Philly, Boston, Milwaukee, us. I think, you know, those 4 teams are going to be interchangeable throughout the season. There's going to be a lot of, or we may have been 1 or 2 for a week or 2, and this team may be 1. You get what I'm saying? Then you could drop down to 3 or 4. So I agree with Flea with that top 4 seed. But I need that top 4 seed. I need it to be where it's competitive, where all of us is like 1, 2, 3 games behind each other. Those 4 teams. I'm gonna say champion. I'm saying finals. If not finals, a competitive conference finals. So I'm not talking about going to the conference finals and doing what Indiana just did. I'm talking about 6, 7 games, overtime games, tough games. But Flea, I know you disagree with me, but I think us fully healthy, I think we should be going to the finals. And like I said, if not the finals, definitely conference finals. In a competitive conference finals, whoever we meet up with, whether it's Boston, Milwaukee, or Philly, I'm talking about 6, 7 tough games where the point average with the wins or the losses is 5 points. And also, I need Brunson. I need Brunson and Julius Randle to be all-stars. And I need OG to be in that race for the Defensive Player of the Year. So that's my expectations. It seems like a lot, but I'm putting the pressure on our guys. This is it. We got the team we've been begging and asking for. We legit right now. There should be no excuse for us not being top 3 best defensive team in the NBA. Not the East, the whole NBA. So that's my expectation for my Knicks. Finals, if not the finals, conference finals, worst case scenario, tough 6, 7 game series.
I just got to remind everybody that I love talking to my we talk on the group chat, we talk offline, online, and it's the same vibe, like a little more cursing, but the same back and forth. Love the chat, always, you know, whether it's shots fired or jokes or whatever it is. I really appreciate this. Got to take some time out and let everybody know that you know, it's 9 o'clock in the morning in New York City, and I'm having fun talking about basketball. Can't wait to make this independent, baby. I love what Flea said. The East got better, and specifically the top teams got better because Philly upgraded all their role players and everything. Still not scared of them at the end of the day because they need to be healthy just like us. That Orlando Magic backcourt, Orlando has the same issue we do, and even then some with OG Anunoby, because Jonathan Isaac is regarded as the best player in the NBA when he's healthy. He looks like a menace out there when he's healthy. You add him with KCP and Suggs out there. I'm not saying they're winning the championship, but they're even more of a problem than last year. That Franz Wagner deal was kind of questionable, but they got better is the point. I don't know if Cleveland got better, but let's say they maintained themselves. They're in the same group, top 4, top 5 team out there. I don't believe in Milwaukee. But to me, it's Boston, Philly, and New York. Those are the 3 teams that showed championship mode last season at some point. Philly early on, Boston throughout, and us in January, obviously. But I also got to add, we finished in the top 2 seed and we weren't even healthy. We really pushed and got the top 2 seed. We got that without our guys. I fully expect us to win the Atlantic Division. I want that Atlantic Division title, and I want the number 1 seed in the conference. That's what I want. I don't want to hear about this.
You're asking for a lot. Jesus Christ. You're asking for a lot. You asking for a whole hell of a lot, but
I'm not asking for it. There's no way possible I believe we're a championship contender. That means you can compete with anybody. You don't take anybody lightly. You saw we did to the Portland Trailblazers. We were smoking the teams that were bad. And no, you can't just take a team at their high. Because even with the Celtics, we saw last year, they fall asleep a lot. So we knew their flaws. They weren't challenged by a team in the playoffs. And that's all good. They won the chip. I don't want to knock them, but we saw their flaws. With us, we kind of never got to see our flaws fully charged. That's going to be fun to watch, and we're going to be breaking it down here when it happens. But I don't see it being that big of a deal. We're just so competitive. You got 5 guys out there who want to compete on both ends. That's not the norm in this NBA. You said that earlier, AllBall. These guys don't even play defense from college and high school. Well, we got 4 or 5 guys that have been doing that for their first 4, 5, 6, 7 years in their career of college, high school. That's who the Nova Knicks are, defenders. And they're 2-way players. 3 ways if you talk about Josh Hart and transition and getting the offensive rebound. Like, there's just so much that comes with this. The ingredients to this for me, it's not just about the championship. You got to go out there and dominate. You got to go out there and say, hey, Boston, this is what we were. Yeah, Fabian was right. We could have whooped y'all last year too if we were healthy. Yeah, right. That's it. Because that shows bravado. It's not just a movie script. It's not just, it's not just a narrative. No, when the great teams show up to play and they're fully healthy, when Shaq and Kobe came back fully healthy, when Shaq had the surgery and he took off 3 months and then he got into his stride, it was like, oh, that's what they talking about. When they went 15-1 in the playoffs, I don't know. Well, we got a mixed crowd here. Y'all remember that 15-1 in the playoffs? They were talking that 4-4-4, trying to beat that record. It was unbelievable. That's what you do when you're the best team in the league. That's what I expect. And if I don't see it, we're gonna go point to Julius Randle, Tibbs, whoever it is that ain't doing their job. We're gonna see it because this is a championship team, in my opinion.
Listen, man,
the in-season tournament.
Yeah, I know the in-season tournament. Listen, man, I think we all make great points, man. I think everybody makes sense. Yeah, man. I see one thing with me. It's very hard to duplicate things, right? So what we did last season, that was just something special, But now teams see, the additions we made, and they're going to be gunning for us. So it's they know who Brunson is. They know who OG is. They know who Mikal is. They know Randall coming back. So, we just got to lay it all on the line. Pause. And like you said, it should be up from here. And like I said, my thing is 1, 2, 3, 4 seed, as long as that 1, 2, 3, 4 seed is us 1 or 2 games behind each other. 50 plus wins for all 4 teams. Like I said, as long as it's like that, I'm fine. But like I said, for me, I see the finals. If not, definitely conference finals. I'm not hearing no second round. I'm not going for that. And like I told you, I think this season coming up is an audition for Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. These rumors are for a reason. I'm sorry. Look what we did without y'all. So us adding y'all, that should mean better. If it doesn't mean better, sorry, because we got our core. We got our core. So, yeah, man, I need the finals, Flea. I know, Flea, that's a bit much. And, my brother Flea, he always brings us down to level, But yeah, Flea, I want finals.
I just don't want us to skip steps. And I see a lot of people in the comments. 2 of my brothers up here, the sentiment is leaning more towards skipping steps. I don't want to skip steps. That's it. I want to maintain, like you said, our core. I want to continue to get better. I want to continue to earn the respect of the league because we're not a joke anymore. You come into the Garden and it's going to be war. It's going to be war. When we go on the road, we play well on the road. Like, we're a good basketball team. I'm just not interested in, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not interested in skipping steps. We've watched plenty of championship teams over the last few years, and the remedy is not skipping steps. Denver had to go through some stuff, had to reach a conference finals, had to reach a semifinals get bumped. Boston been knocking at the door for 7 years. Like there's a lot of teams that Giannis had to figure this thing out before he got to the mountaintop. All I'm saying, we are putting together something special. Let's not start skipping steps because we drinking too much of the Kool-Aid. That's all I'm saying. We got a great thing going.
Do you believe that maybe it's plausible that the steps can be skipped when Cleveland added LeBron James, traded for Kevin Love? They skipped steps. The New York Knicks, hey, we got these kids that were champions in college, and we're adding more to it. We added a defensive player of the year candidate potentially. We got an all-NBA guy with Julius Randle there, a great rebounder in Mitchell Robinson. Tom Thibodeau has won a championship before, coach of the year several times. Do you think skipping a step is possible with them?
I don't think skipping steps is possible with nobody. I don't think we have no evidence of no team putting it together and skip. Besides that Kevin Durant move that worked just immediately, seamless, there's no other teams that you just make it happen overnight. And I think we gotta start remembering that. Like, we had a special season last year. Let's just add on to that. So adding on to that is repeating, having another 50-win season, being the top 3 seed, being in the conference finals. That's the next step. I don't want to skip steps. Yes, we are a championship caliber team. Are we going to be contenders? That remains to be seen.
Oh boy. Well, clearly you do.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, us fully healthy. I think last year, if we had Mitch and OG healthy, I thought we was going to the finals. So of course now,
Isaiah Jackson wants to be contrarian with me today. All right, go ahead, finish AllBall. I'm ready to smoke him. I've been being nice. I'm ready to smoke him too.
Yeah, but
yo, AllBall. You know how you say you shouldn't drink and drive? Please should not be streaming and driving. I hope he has the phone posted up. He reads the quote. He's on the road. Are you having road rage over there? Are you muting your mic, Flea, to have road rage? I think you slick, Flea. I'm sorry, AllBall.
I'm quiet. I ain't interrupting OG no more. But I got smoke.
Shit, man. I interrupt y'all so much. It's all good. Come on, man. You already know. But like I said, us last season, I thought a fully healthy Mitch and a fully healthy OG, I thought we was going to the finals. And that's without Julius Randle. So now, this season, adding Mikal Bridges, Julius Randle coming back, and hopefully Mitch, being healthy whenever we get him through the season. Damn right, we should be championship contender going to the finals. If to me, in the East, it should be Boston 1 because they just won, and I think we should be number 2. It damn sure ain't Indiana. So, for me, yeah, I think fully healthy. I don't think we should be nothing less than, like I said, finals, or how sometimes you can have a conference finals that's so good that you gotta respect it. As long as you give me that, I'm fine. Anything less than that, we got a problem. And then that's when it's like, okay, now we got to shake things up. Because like I said, you can't go from 2 seed, 50-win season, game 7 in the second round. You can't do less than that. Especially when you add Mikal Bridges and Julius Randle. So, yeah, finals, conference finals, worst case scenario.
I could definitely build off of Flea's point, though, because it's a realistic point.
Right.
The points that we brought up so far was, LeBron goes to Cleveland, KD goes to Golden State. Oh, you mean 2 champions? Like Golden State won, KD joins them. All NBA guy, MVP. LeBron is a champion. He is the best player in the league and joins Cleveland. So skipping a step with them is like, oh yeah, that's not skipping a step. That kind of comes with the territory. So with the Knicks, I understand what he's saying. Like that's what he means by skipping a step. I think it was Cheesy Soul, because that you like, even though Brunson has been to 2 conference finals already, it's not promised to just get over the hump. The work has to be put in. You will be tested. Like all that stuff is real, man. When the playoffs come around, we see when people start folding. Like, we don't make fun of Embiid for no reason. You know, every single playoffs, bro. Either it is you're quitting, or your body's not is quitting on you. And it just is what it is. The great ones, that's why we appreciate them. That's why we anoint them. That's why we have these arguments about KD versus Steph Curry versus LeBron, because they're the great ones. And when it was time, they came through. They came through. They played 82 games or 70 games, winning the playoffs, and they won a championship. And they were formidable. So that's what Flea means by skipping a step. He's keeping us realistic, because me and AllBall, we go to the moon. Woo!
Balance, baby. Just balance. Y'all my brothers. Just balance. That's all. Just a little balance.
We need to hear it. Yeah, we need to hear that balance. We don't, and that's another thing. I hear all the other channels, they always complain about this and that, about real news, whatever it is. That's not what I want here. I want somebody to explain their position. I want Flea to go crazy. I want AllBall to go crazy. I want me to go crazy sometimes. You guys, none of you guys are on camera. I hate all these comments when you go, not today, but on Twitter, people be all this fake righteous. You guys better not ever show your face on camera, because there's no way possible you don't contradict yourself. I contradicted myself from this morning.
I've counted about 4 times, but continue.
Yo, too, you got to give me my credit. I've been rope-a-doping Flea all morning. I've dodged all his punches.
I've been on you. I've been on you. Pause.
I know.
I've been on you.
I took my time.
This ain't no Shakur Stevenson fight. This is interesting, baby.
Ooh, big shout out to the most boringest fighter of all time. Shakur put you to sleep, Stevenson.
Damn.
And we ain't talking about with the gloves.
Exactly.
We ain't talking about with the gloves.
Exactly.
Fabian Mayweather. Yes, Isaiah Jack. Fabian Mayweather. That's great.
Yo, let me tell you something. Pretty Boy Floyd, that was my favorite boxer at the time. So when people argue with me about him, I'm like, bro, don't argue with me about Floyd. That was my dude. When he went Money Mayweather, I see what you're doing, bro. I get it.
I'm being honest. I ain't had no problem with Money Mayweather, because I ain't gonna lie. Listen, man, he was boxing, man. I'm sorry. I'm not, listen. He was boxing. People can say what they want. I'm not a fan of none of them guys, but I ain't had no problem with Money Mayweather. Because what he did, the boxing, what he did to Canelo, what he did to Sugar Shane, like, come on, man. Come on. You heard what Berto said about him. God damn, he fast. I couldn't hit him. Like, what do y'all want? What do y'all want?
You muted yourself, please.
My bad. I said, no, I was just repeating what OG was saying. Berto was like, yo, I couldn't find him. I couldn't get to him.
Too
fast.
So, yeah.
Corey, that wasn't for you, Corey, because I was talking about in general. Like, we go on Twitter and people go all this fake righteous nonsense. Who has their own show? Somebody said they have their own. Oh, I have a show, so I'm on Screen Killer. Oh yeah, man. Yo, put your show in here. If it's a YouTube, whatever it is, throw that in the chat, man. And everybody go follow Corey Lee if you can. You see what it is. He said I have a show, so I'm on Screen Killer. He see.
That's
I
right,
like that.
That's what I'm
I
talking
like
about.
that. Take what I say personally, and you throw a shot back at me. Ain't nobody scared. Clearly, you ain't scared. I love it. Ain't no Stephen A. Smiths up here. Nobody running and hiding, man. Ball. Somebody. I think you got a couple minutes. Somebody already tried the transition. Robert Paulson.
Oh my God!
Bronny is a walking triple single. Bronny is the Summer League MVP, most vulnerable player. Bronny not looking good. They started it.
Cannot respond.
AllBall, the residential LeBron hater, self-proclaimed LeBron hater. Bronny James, what do we think of this young man, the situation?
So
the floor is yours.
So let me. I'm gonna say this first and foremost. Yes, I am a LeBron hater. I will never run away from that. I will always admit that, and it will always be that. This is his fault. This is not Bronny James' fault. My opinion, that young man don't even want to play basketball. My opinion. This is LeBron James' dream. This is not Bronny James' dream. It's LeBron James' dream to once again try to make himself the GOAT. To say he has something over Michael Jordan, who Jordan is not even caring about. In this, I play with my son. They forced this young man out of college. They forced him on the Lakers, knowing he wasn't ready. He didn't dominate high school. Name me one player that was good in the NBA that didn't dominate high school. Big shout out Kendrick Perkins. Like he said, Kendrick Perkins wasn't a super great player, but you know what he said? In high school, I averaged 30. I don't think Bronny James averaged 20. Yes, he's athletic, but he's not a good basketball player. I don't know what position he's going to play. I don't even know if he's going to play. But I blame this all on LeBron James and his kid. Those guys are running clutch like the mall. Listen, do what you do. But now understand when this happens, you can't protect them no more. There's going to be no excuse. He was getting bopped in the first game. Yesterday game, terrible. It's so bad that they showed the big man trying to post him up and he was kind of holding his own. And they tried to like make a thing out of that. Oh, look at Bronny James fronting the big man and holding his own. No. They lost the game. He had 3. 333, the new Jay-Z album. 444, well, the new Bronny James album. 333. Yo, man, come on, man. What LeBron James is doing, he's ruining basketball. I don't care what nobody say. I know my brother Flea's going to disagree with me. But what he is doing, I'm not saying you don't do any and everything for your child. But the young man can't play basketball. Miss me with it. And I'm telling y'all right now, the day he has a decent game, watch how berserk the media go. Wait till he get a 15-point game. When this guy's having 20 and 30. That they not even saying nothing about. Big shout out to Keyshawn. Last night that played for Miami. Remember, he's down with my guy Jordan, ground up. Big shout out, ground up. Keyshawn had 20 last night. You don't hear nothing about that. The young man that he first played, 30. Nothing about that. But we hear about 3. Listen, man. Young man is not a good basketball player. He wasn't good in high school. These are facts. All they showed was highlights that was edited and cut up of him dunking the ball and making 3-point shots. You never seen him bop nobody. You never seen him create you never seen none of that. Listen, man, the young man is in the position that his pops put him in, and I blame all this on LeBron James. Real talk. The young man needs more basketball. How do you not? I don't get it. And then people try to. This is where they lost me. Well, Wemby, his first game in Summer League, he only had 5. So this is what we doing now. Well, what happened the second game? Wemby dominated. What happened to LeBron James Jr. second game? 3 fucking, excuse my language, I'm getting aggravated. Listen, man, young man is not a good basketball player. He doesn't deserve to be in the NBA. Sorry. I didn't want to say that, because like I said, it has nothing to do with the young man. All that, we rooting for him. I'm not rooting for nobody I don't know. What am I rooting for him for? I don't know him. I'm rooting for Flea. I'm rooting for Fabian. I'm rooting for Dom, Uncle Weiss, Kels. I'm rooting for my people. I'm rooting for their kids. It's not meaning I'm rooting against them, but miss me with all of that. Any other player that does this, we make fun of him. Young man can't play basketball, and it's sad. It's sad, and I can't wait to see him in the real game. Because think about it, he's playing with his peers now. So imagine when he got to guard Brunson or Drew Holiday or Dame Lillard or Ja Morant. Good luck, young fella. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man, the gloves is off, man. Enough is enough. I don't want to hear none of this. He's LeBron's son. Ain't no more protecting him, bro. You're trash. It is what it is. You've been trash. I've been hearing this since he was in high school. I don't watch high school ball. My peoples, AllBall, Flea, shout out to everybody. Everybody that comes through, they watch ball. Like, well, shout out to AllBall Uncle Ice. We can get that back.
Hold on, Fabian, because one thing with me, what I always say, we got to give ourselves props because nobody else is going to do it. I used to argue over Bronny James a year and 2 years ago on live with Zay, Squirrely, and all of them. True or false?
Hold on. They were arguing for him?
Right. And I used to be the one going, yo, man, he ain't nice. Nah, I'm telling you. And this is 2 years ago. And then hey, Flea, you on there, Flea?
Nah, he's not here.
Right. And then I got word when Bronny James went to Dallas. and he played against the #1 kid in the country and got fried and got locked up. Bro, I've been saying this. He's not a good basketball player. He's not. And now what they doing is they hyping up the younger son. Once again, we see the same highlights for the past year. We do know they edit and cut everything up, right?
Hold on. You saying that they put in G League Instagram highlights up for Bronny James?
Right. No, right. But now they going, Bryce James is going to be the best one in this. Once again, we're seeing the same highlights from the layup line. When Bronny James played against Carmelo Anthony's son on ESPN, they both looked terrible. You know what's the reason why that never happened again, right? If these young men was that good, wouldn't they be showing their games more on ESPN?
You mean like when we saw Melo and LeBron on TV? You mean like that?
Right, but what I'm saying is when you watch the young men play, that game was dirt. So you know what ESPN said? Oh, we can't do that again. And the parents probably saying, no. They show Sebastian Telfair games on TV. LeBron James, no problem, on TV. Why? Because they showed up and showed out because they was the real deal. Bronny James is not the real deal.
Yo, Cheesy Soul, you want me to read that that comment? You're going to have to super chat like our guys here at Jackson because I'll read it when you pay for it, baby. Bronny putting up WNBA numbers. That's crazy. But shout out to Caitlin Clark. She looks crazy out there. Shout out to Angel Reese getting them double things, even though people complaining that she was stat padded. Who cares, man? We seen people stat pad. Ricky Davis was the biggest shame.
Nah, forget all that. Keep it on this right here. First game, 4 points. Second game, 3 points. Duck smoked the third game. Excuse me. Duck smoked the second game. He's getting bopped all over the place. He looks out of place. Once again, I don't know the young man. This is LeBron James' fault. This is LeBron. People remember that tweet. My son, everybody remember that tweet. We have to be honest. If this was, we make fun of everybody. We laugh at Hall of Famers. You telling me we ain't gonna laugh about a Bronny James because he's LeBron James' son? No.
He's treating him the same way when we heard, people don't want to hear this, when Eddie Curry was saying, yo, when LeBron, we went to a Boston game and LeBron seen somebody say, yo, LeBron, ran up to him and was like, yo, you suck. And LeBron damn near started crying. Eddie Curry was like, yo, we had to work up his confidence because it was like, he's fragile. Bro, you can't put the kid gloves on your kids. He signed up for a professional contract, guaranteed. Them LA Laker fans, they got real fans. They got fans from the 50s. They're not playing any games with you. Wait till they turn on you. Wait, I'm giving it. This is gonna get horrible for you, LeBron.
Listen, we've seen players get on NBA professional teams and, of course, didn't deserve it. I've never seen it forced. This is the first time I've watched someone force a player that doesn't belong in the league on a team and then get a guaranteed contract.
Well, you know, Denise's or whatever his name is, John's brother, like this player, J.R. Smith's brother, they say they did him a favor. It's happened, but I think even Denise's whatever, he's 7 feet tall. No, and J.R. Smith's brother had, I think he did go in high school.
YouTube the Nass's highlights in the summer league. Yeah, they don't want to say that, Fade. Oh, what about the Nass's? Yeah, YouTube his highlights in the summer league. He was bopping and dunking on people and all of that. What are y'all talking about?
And the only reason why I brought up Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is because there was major hype behind them. And Angel Reese is the one that we really didn't expect her to show up. And she glowed up. She's in the running for Rookie of the Year within the WNBA. Again, I don't follow, but I'm just going by the chatter. Double extraordinaire. Bronny, there's a lot of hype behind this, but there's no sauce. There's no sauce. And the gloves are off, bro. We're gonna call you trash. Your pops got your contract guarantee, so you a millionaire forever if you play it right,
bro. You didn't dominate in high school. You didn't dominate in college. You're not gonna dominate in summer league. What are we talking about? I've never seen so many media outlets and former players, current players, just jump on the sack so crazy. And not just be honest. Oh, well, you need more time. Nah, how much time we need? You see a kid from high school go, nah, he gonna be like, how much time do we need? Then I hear people say, he belongs to play in the NBA. The high school and college doesn't do it for him. Huh? Yo, they lied about his height all this time. People thought he was 6'4", 6'5" all this time.
Yeah, he looks small, and he's not Lou Dort 6'2".
Bro, he's 6'1".
He's small. Yeah,
He
but
ain't no
I'm talking
6'2".
about, but he's thin, and this is the summer league, and you look thin.
No, but my point is, Fabe, look at the lengths that they went for this young man, where they lied about his height the whole time.
Hold on, boy. Bronny about to get Dookie of the Year. It's crazy,
on, bro. Yeah, so for me, listen, man, this is why I'm not a LeBron James fan. Look what he's done to this young man. Come on, man. You know he not ready. That's your child. You know he not ready. And it's showing. So you telling me when he gets to the real games, where he's got to guard the grown men, not his peers, not guys that been in college 1 or 2 years. Now you got to guard guys that been in the NBA 1 to 10 years. You telling me he's going to do much better? Please help me explain. Please explain to me. Help me understand that. I'm going to repeat it. He's not even getting 10 points against his peers. You telling me when he got to go against the Currys, the Westbrooks, the Murrays, the Drew Holidays, the Brunsons, the Morants, the Trey Youngs, the Conleys, he's going to do much better? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
You know what makes it worse is JJ Redick saying he earned it. Anthony Davis saying he looks like Davion Mitchell, or he could be a Drew Holiday. What?
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
Why would you do that to this kid?
Listen,
that's the part to me that's like, that's irresponsible.
Yo, bro,
don't do that. Just let him come to the league. You ain't got to say nothing. I wouldn't say. Sometimes the best words are nada.
Yo, Fabian, I said something last week, a couple shows ago, and I know people gonna roast me for it. This is another example of how LeBron James is ruining the NBA. He's ruining basketball. I don't care what nobody say. You made it soft. You made it cool to put 5 superstars on one team. You made it cooler where it's just about stats. It ain't about championships. And then now you making it cool to just force a player on an NBA team that's nowhere near ready. Nowhere near. He's like a dead headlights. Nah, man. Nah.
You hit it on the nose, Isaiah Jackson. This is because the NBA knows it gets eyes. They got us talking about summer league games. He could be ASS, but we still tuning in. Haters are the most dedicated. Absolutely, bro. That is why the Lakers married LeBron. Because he took. Remember, we got to clip it up. AllBall called it before when LeBron said he's taking a pay cut. AllBall said what, $1 million? It was like,
did I call that?
Yes, to the T. But this is what it's about, Isaiah Jackson, because don't get it twisted. Mark Cuban broke it down a long time ago. It's not about the views. And that NBC deal is major, because now you get to see the product get promoted on broadcast television. And they're gonna get the views back up with that. You'll see, and stuff like this will help with that. It will help with that. But it's nasty. It's still nasty. It's still reality TV. It's still Desperate Housewives. No disrespect, but his wife try to be is a podcaster now too. He's a reality TV star. Remember, LeBron has been a star since he was 15. He doesn't know anything else. So for him, this is natural for his son to just go through this. And just luckily, to like so far so good with Bronny. He has a good head on his shoulders. I don't know if I can handle that at 19, 20 years old. I don't know.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about nobody being a good kid, none of that. I'm talking about on the basketball court. He's not a good basketball player. Simple.
No, I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Remember, we grew up different strokes.
People kill me when they say that, and it's just like I don't care about none of that. It's none of my business, how good of a person someone is. I'm talking about basketball. He don't belong on the NBA team. Simple and plain.
Yeah, just luckily for him, I don't even think Bronny, because I think that the game is the game. Now they're gonna Rich Paul him. Rich Paul snuck in there, went with CAA, then he got his own group. there's something else gonna be beyond this. It's probably a reality TV show on Facebook. I don't know, but I'm with you 1,000%, old boy. And I'm not a LeBron hater, and I'm, but what truth is truth. People hate Angel Reese and watch every single game. Exactly, and they go on there and they try to flame all the time for rebounding. Hey, by the way, Gregory Lee, I'm 1,000% with you with that one. Hey, I'm 1,000% with you with that one. If that was me, her name will be saved in my contact as Angela. You crazy? Oh my dear Lord. I can't show that to you.
But one thing with Angel Reese, no matter what, she's exciting to watch. She's fun to watch. Bronny James is not fun to watch.
Right.
Like, he looks lost out there on defense, on offense. Can't buy a bucket. Like, come on, man. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. And like I said, man, this is all on his pops. I don't feel sorry for the young man, but this has nothing to do with him. This is his father who forced this young man on the world. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. They lied about his height. They lied about how good his game was. Then when you got, a guy that people consider the GOAT saying, my son is better than half the players in the NBA right now, of course you're going to have people believing that. Come on, man. Come on. So for me, listen, man, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Hilarious.
Well, I think we touched on every topic. It's been a great morning. Love y'all. Really, really do. Hold on. Bronny is fun like a car wreck.
Get me out of here now, man. Get me out. Big shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
I gotta give Isaiah Jackson a drop, bro, because we can't do the Jackson 5. It might be me going papa, papa, papa. We can't get, we're gonna stop our live if I sample the Jackson 5.
Right.
But you already know what time it is, man. KNICKS Rehab, 7:45 a.m. Eastern time every day. We do overtime because it's us. We just love talking ball, and y'all in the comments are diabolical. Robert Paulson, you're crazy. Gregory Lee with the comment of the day, by the way, with that Angel. Go look through the live tweets, the live comments, and you see what Gregory Lee said about Angel Reese. Yeah, man, she's a young lady and everything, but Angela, wepa. You know who that is, man. That's my guy.
Ball suckers.
You know who I am. Come on, man. We out of here, baby. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.